You're seeing more shields, more reinforcements come into that line. Police officers telling their colleagues, directing them to where they need more reinforcement. We're seeing now more demonstrators come to the front. They seem like they're antsy, Chris. They seem like they're ready to charge.
And please, show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful, because I can show you that outraged citizens are the ones who have made America what she is and led to any major milestones.
Our country was started because this is how the Boston Tea Party, rioting. So do not get it twisted and think that, oh, this is something that has never happened before, and then this is so terrible, and where are we, and these savages and all of that. This is how this country was started.
Dr. Martin Luther King and the leaders of the civil rights were men of God. We had men of God leading the protests. We didn't have people who were funding folks to go out and harass buildings and light things on fire. We don't have leaders that provoke violence. We had leaders back then that walked around with their Bibles.
Do you love your neighbor? Do you believe in the Bible, the Quran? Do you believe in your religious teachings? Because I guarantee you, all of them tell you to help your neighbor.
This is what's happening right outside of his house. There were the usual chants of Black Lives Matter, I can't breathe, etc. earlier in terms of a pretty peaceful protest. And then this whole group that you see in front of me, Shannon, started trying to break down these barricades.
Further down the street, you saw a T-Mobile getting looted, people running in trying to find phones, a Foot Locker being looted, and then we saw people carrying cases of liquor down the sidewalk, some of them in carts. And we traced it back to here, a well-known store. What's going on in there, ma'am? You're robbing the store?
For liquor.
For liquor? What do you think about what's going on?
I think this is a little bit too much.
A little bit too much?
Yeah, because most of these people didn't even like participate in the protest. So they just using this as like a cover-up just to get free shit.
I don't know how many people really look into the mission statement of Black Lives Matter. Being a father and a husband, that's my mission in life right now. How do I reconcile that, what I just told you, with this mission statement that says, quote, we dismantle the patriarchal practice. We disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure requirement. So I understand, I respect your space. I respect what you're protesting for. But will you respect others who don't support that same protest?
Over the last 45 years, police shootings and killings of blacks have declined 75%, while the shootings of whites have flatlined. In fact, an officer is 18.5 times more likely to be shot by a black man than an unarmed black man is to be killed by a cop.
They had a hashtag out, Cleveland Protest, and it was telling people where to go, telling people what our next target is. And what I find ironic is how much Facebook and Twitter want to censor conservative voices and shadow ban and even fact check the president, but they're allowing their platforms to be used to spread this anarchy and spread this violence, and they're not doing anything about it.
We don't want no violence. We don't want to hurt nobody. We don't want to burn shit down. Listen,
try to keep it clean.
We don't want to hurt nobody. We don't want to burn no business. We just want them to hear us. And if it got to come to us,
I want you to hear you, and what are you trying to say?
Justice.
Just for some context, this is St. John's Church. This is where generations of presidents have gone to worship. The loud banging that you're hearing over here is most likely flashbangs coming from the huge police presence in Lafayette Park. Here, what you're looking at here, my cameraman Jay McMichael is going to show you, is yet another blazing fire that started just moments ago.
So while most Americans are staying inside, or should be, right, if they're not out protesting like fools, they're not happy about being told to stay home. Staying home saves lives. And the rest of us should be staying at home for our mothers and the people that we love. And to keep us farther apart will ultimately bring us closer together in this cause.